Hey guys, a few things. Good morning. It is Thursday, I think the 23rd or 24th of April. I've lost track a little bit, so I apologize for that. Sitting in my car. Oh, I'm taking my seatbelt off here. Before I head into work, did I take advantage of the moments to leave a quick video for you guys? A few things, just nothing substantial that came across the plate. Just some random thoughts, observations, a quick story to share with you. Although, I guess this would be substantial, at least to his family. Very, very happy birthday to Journey friend, just a terrific young man, Josh Stoke, out of Joplin, Missouri. Proud father of three and a newborn. So I'm sure Bethany and the girls, this little fellow, would having a great birthday with him. So happy birthday, Josh. Love you, bud. Um, but a few thoughts also. Speaking of love, and one of my memories of spending time with Josh and his family was his dog Kaufman, who is a breed. I forget the breed's name. Never seen before, but this dog was had more energy and athleticism. It was crazy, the athleticism of this dog. Anyway, uh, earlier in the journey, on a sad note, I met Jim and Misha, and Misha was Jim's rescue husky. Um, Not the friendliest to me, but a great dog, and the amount of time Jim had spent with her was just crazy. And she had recently become ill. I checked in with him for a while, and uh, everything seemed to be going great. And then unfortunately, he texted me earlier this week that he had to put her down, and the doctor told him it might come on sudden, and it did. She was ill, and so condolences to Jim and Misha, part of the Point to Thumb Journey family. Um, and so many of us, have our pets as family, including me, and it's just a very hard thing. So, condolences to Jim. On that note, I was happy to hear and very sad to see about a week and a half ago, week or so ago, it was a woman that dumped seven 3-day-old puppies in a dumpster, and a passerby, as sorry as I know it, happened to see her doing so, and went to the store manager behind the store where she dumped them, and they called um, the Humane Society. They came out and they saved the dogs, because of this person's consideration. And now they found the woman and prosecuted her. Dropping my phone. Terrible video, but that's all part of the goofiness of me, I guess. So sorry about that, guys. But they prosecuted her, and I think they found like 38 malnourished dogs at her home or something like that. So, um, I think that's just how you treat animals, how you treat people. I think as many good people as there are people that don't warrant sometimes with their behavior, even basic decency, and that's how I feel about this woman for sure. Um, I do want to share. I got itchy nose today. Um, don't think I don't have a coke problem. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't. But I'm not kidding about that. Anyway, I um, want to remind folks the point the thumb mantra and message. Take accountability and take accountability of your every day. Enjoy today, cherish today. I'm about to go into work at a fairly industrial complex. I've never been an industrial kind of guy, but I read something yesterday which just has to be absolutely one of the worst ways to perish. A woman here in Pennsylvania, I don't know what part, essentially fell into a commercial meat grinder. Uh, and the coworker heard a weird noise and went to investigate. And this young mid-30s woman, they don't know how she got in there. If she was reaching for something and fell, if she got caught up in something and pulled in. But here in my factory, we talk about safety, safety, safety. I'm sure they do it at every factory. We put guards into place. You do what you can in everyday life to protect yourself, but you just really, you never know. And what a horrible, horrible way to go with regards to that. So, that's just, again, something to think about. Condolences to her family. Uh, you just never know, guys. So, I had something of an eye opener yesterday, segueing away from that to something a little more lighthearted. I My kids are my world, and some of you think I'm a pretty good dad, and some of you know I'm a pretty crappy dad. And it's past Christmas. Uh, I did a pretty crappy thing. I didn't have the money I wanted or needed to. My kids don't ask for a lot; they really don't. My daughter, really, she's 12, is really into Hamilton, the story, the play, the soundtrack, and I wanted to get her tickets, but I didn't have the money. So um, what I did was I essentially got my daughters an IOU. I didn't give them an IOU. I bought them tickets, but I didn't have them purchased yet and have the date. Um, so I did that yesterday. I was able to finally get on my feet and make up for Christmas 4 months later, embarrassingly, almost 5 months later. Um, no, 4 months later. Um, but here's something that is just bizarre to me, and it brings me back to a story from, I think I might have shared it way, way early in my journey, but something I learned as it's about 20 years old, 21 years old. So I bought tickets through, I guess, Ticketmaster, and I have to laugh because they charged me a $95 per ticket convenience fee. Convenience fee. I don't know who it's convenient for. So I spent almost $200 in tickets for convenience fee, which I don't understand. I mean, we talk about this government and, or not the government, but our country and our economy and things like that. And you know, they hit a button to print 2 tickets to a show, and for that I got charged $200. So I don't know who it's convenient for, but it reminds me. I don't know. I don't know the legalities as to how they can charge that, how much they can charge, if it's a percentage or a flat fee. But think about this, guys, when you're out there. Some of the greatest people in the world. Oh, again, I'm grabbing my phone off my steering wheel here. Some of the greatest people in the world that put up with so much. You think the public is tough and changed me a little bit. Is servers at restaurants and food establishments, whether it be fast food or restaurants. And I remember when I was about 20 years old, Mrs. Meff, a woman I worked with named Mary Ellen Thatcher, um, she had pointed something out to me that makes the most sense in the world. If I go to a breakfast diner and order a $5 breakfast plate that requires a plate, a side of toast, a juice, a drink, a refill, um, and then I go back to a steakhouse that night and order an entree and a soda and a salad, I essentially have that server doing the same amount of physical labor, right? But because one is a $5 plate and one is a $25 plate, they get tipped 5 times as much. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong for the $25 plate person, but the person working the diner in the $5 plate, like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem. Again, people are gonna hate me today with this video. Maybe I should redo it. I just don't have time to redo it, I guess. So this is gonna be one of the crappier videos with me dropping things. Anyway, just food for thought. When you guys are out there, I've always gotten told, why tipping so much. The difference for me in my pocket of $2 versus $4 for a breakfast tip might mean the difference of 10 or 15% to a server. But at the end of the day, it's only a couple of dollars, and think about that. These folks serving for you at a restaurant, which is kind of, to me, part of what you pay for. When you go out, you're going to have to tip, and it's part of the deal. They're doing as much work sometimes as the higher end, and not getting it to show for it. And there's other facets of that in life to look at. But anyway, so I'm glad that woman got caught with the dumping the dogs. It's just ridiculous. Happy birthday to Josh. Condolences to Jim and Misha on her passing. Again, remember to point the thumb. Appreciate today, guys. Some people have asked me about the book update. My intention is to have the book, my first draft, done. I think I've earmarked like May 15th. I'm looking at my schedule to have it finished. I then will probably need about, hopefully, just a week or so. I want to go back and review my notes and compare and proofread and all that stuff. And then it's time to look for the publisher and get this stuff out to you guys. So thanks for following. I love you. Sorry for the phone drops today over here. I'm sure if I was trying to put out the most professional thing, I would redo it. But you know me. I try to be real, and what you see is what you get. So my lack of quality and professionalism in my video is what you get today. So, guys, have a great Thursday. Have a great day. Remember to love your family, love those around you, love yourself, and point the thumb, ask what you could have done different, what you could have said different, and before you go pointing the finger. All right. Have a great day, guys. Love you. Take care.